Check it. Hey yo, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We're also looking at Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. This is your weekly outlook and prediction, basically where we look at cryptocurrency as a whole, stock market as a whole, and the meme stock as a whole, and give you guys an outlook and prediction on what I think is going to be happening for this week. Again, this video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. Hopefully, you're having a great weekend, and I appreciate it if you guys go ahead and drop a like and leave a comment down below to show your support for the channel. Let's go ahead and not waste any more of your precious time and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. This video is a little bit longer one, but we have all the information you need to know as a trader and investor. This week's going to be absolutely insane. Huge data sets dropping, news popping. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We're also looking at cryptocurrency and the overall crypto market, the overall stock market. This is the weekly outlook and prediction where I basically give you an outlook for the rest of the week based off the charts, the facts, and the data on what these things are telling me and give you guys predictions on what we could see in the price action. This is everything you need to know as a trader and investor. Again, this video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and do before buying any stock or crypto asset. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, showing you guys what we have going on for this week. And hopefully you're having a great Easter weekend. Hopefully you're having a great holiday weekend. If you do not celebrate the holidays, hopefully you're just having a great weekend in general. And I hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to DataZero family, and go ahead and press that like button to show support for the channel. Now we're going to be hopping into Bitcoin first, and then we'll be going into the overall stock market and then the meme stocks. And again, we're also giving the weekly candle print, what type of candle I expect to be printed, and then of course an outlook for what we're expecting on this week. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what's going on in the crypto market, and then we'll go ahead and go into the stock market. And again, this is going to be the trading week of the 1st until the 5th. So it is April 1st until April 5th is when we will see trading for this week. Now let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for BTC. BTC holding up surprisingly well, as you guys can see, making higher highs, and it's making higher lows. Right here is a higher high, right here's a higher high, right here's a higher low, and a higher low. This is bullish consolidation. As you guys can see, we are above 69.2k. That is a major level that I've been talking about here on this channel for quite some time. 69.2k is a level that we need to stay above to remain bullish and see BTC go to those higher highs that we're looking for that $80,000 price target that I did call out earlier this year on this channel. I still think that $80,000 price target is in effect, and we will see that hit for BTC in my personal opinion, especially based off what we're seeing right now. Now, we did have this rising wedge set up right here. As you guys can see, rising wedges normally break to the downside. It did break to the downside. We found support at 69k, 69.2k, and then bounced off that level to the upside. We went all the way down to about like 68k here for that drop. 69.2k, around that range, and then bounce back to the upside. As you guys can see, we're above 69.2k as of right now. That is what matters most. You want to see BTC remain above these levels. Why is that level so important? Because that is the previous level of all-time highs. All-time highs wants to be used as support, and once it's used as support, we could see a major boost to the upside. What it looks like on the daily MACD right now is what we can see is if we get a green daily MACD, it could literally mean back off to the races. What BTC is doing right now is consolidating before a move up, in my personal opinion. Why do I think it's going to be a move up? Well, when in doubt, zoom out. You guys can see that we not only have the catalyst for the halving coming up here in April, but we have very, very green MACD. We have the alligator showing us that there's a ton of momentum to the upside. As you guys can see, the alligator is a momentum indicator. When those bands are spread far apart, that means that this move has a lot of momentum. And as you guys can see, we are spread very far apart here with those bands. You can see here on the daily time frame as well, we still have a decent amount of momentum. As you guys can see, bands spread far apart. As you guys can see, they did come back down, kind of crossing here, but now we are still getting that bullish momentum, meaning that this uptrend is most likely going to stay intact, especially after seeing this bounce off of these lower levels here around 60k, and now we're holding 69.2k. This is extremely bullish for BTC to hit that 80k mark, and we still have the catalyst for the halving. So I do think that BTC will be able to move to the upside, and we also still have the Bitcoin ETFs going absolutely crazy. They are doing numbers and bringing in a ton of money. So this is bringing inflows to BTC because the spot ETFs have to buy Bitcoin, and that will pump the price of Bitcoin up. And there are rumors, again, this is not 100%, but there's rumors that the spot ETFs are actually running out of Bitcoin and they're going to have to buy a lot more, which is absolutely insane. And if that happens, we'll see the price for Bitcoin go absolutely insane. With all of this demand coming into BTC, ladies and gentlemen, we could see the prices go crazy. And if you look at what's happening in the overall market with the news and everything right now, you can see, guys, they have been trying to pump everything. They're pumping the S&P 500. BlackRock is now pumping Bitcoin, guys. BlackRock's pumping Bitcoin. Some of these other, JP Morgan is now pumping Bitcoin. They're all saying 100,000, 150,000. I don't think 100,000 is in the cards just yet. In my personal opinion, I think that's a little too bullish. If we are in the very beginning of the bull run, yes, it is possible. But what I'm thinking based off the charts is 100,000 could be the peak, maybe even 80,000, guys. So we really want to watch out and see where we're at after we hit that $80,000 level. So don't get caught up in the hype. Last year, everyone was saying, or 2020, 2021, everyone was saying BTC to 100,000. Well, it only went to 69.2K before crashing back down to the downside, doing almost an 80% retracement. So, guys, you do not want to get caught holding the bag and getting too hyped up. As you guys can see, they are pumping Bitcoin. There's articles about Bitcoin pumping to these massive valuations. There's articles about the stock market having a very good start to the year. There's also talks about Trump's True Social and those stocks going up as well. We have seen this play here. I don't know if it is on your guys' radar, but this is a play that you should be aware of. We have the DJT ticker, and this is a stock that has been doing very, very well. I do not personally have any skin in the game, but just wanted to put this on your guys' radar if it wasn't on your radar, and we'll be talking about this on the live stream. So if you want to tune into the live streams, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, while market is open till market close to about 4 p.m. you can tune into the live streams. Tune in, press like. Even if you're at work, just come in, press like, check in with us, and I appreciate you guys for being there. All right, now let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for Bitcoin and then wrap up with the rest of the Bitcoin segment. So basically, guys, I'm thinking we could see a pop to the upside on BTC around Monday or Tuesday. Bitcoin probably going up to about 71, 72K. If that does happen, we'll revisit the clip. That way I can give you guys context for what's going on. But I think we could see a pop to about 71, 72K here on Monday or Tuesday for BTC as the market opens up, as the ETF starts to flow, and we could see BTC really start to move as it does have this bullish consolidation over the weekend. If you go ahead and look at what's going on, if we go ahead and draw a trend line, we can kind of get a pennant shape started going here. It's not fully built out just yet, but again, we could see a major break to the upside on BTC, especially if we can get above the levels of 70.6K. So we want to see 70.6K broken, used as support, and that's where we'll see our move to about 71, 72K in my personal opinion, which will probably happen around Monday or Tuesday. So that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin in the overall cryptocurrency market. Ethereum doing very, very well, holding 3.5K. I think Ethereum is definitely going to make all-time highs as well. I think Ethereum is going to be able to push up higher than this previous high of 4K. Ethereum's been doing very, very well, and it's actually truly deflationary. If you don't know that, there is a burn rate on Ethereum, and Ethereum is truly deflationary. So this could have an effect on price this bull market, and we could see Ethereum absolutely make moves as well, especially when the Bitcoin dominance comes down. And once that Bitcoin dominance comes down, you're going to also see altcoins start to fly. That's going to be happening in the later half of the bull run. So normally Bitcoin picks up steam. It takes most of the gains. It takes most of the attention. And then altcoins will start to get some of that capital flowing into it. And then altcoins will take off. That normally happens in the later half of the Bitcoin and crypto bull run. So if your favorite crypto coin has not reached all-time highs yet, do not be discouraged. That will happen in the later half of the crypto bull run. As you guys can see, some of these coins are popping off for the day and for the week. Dogecoin, if you don't know, Dogecoin is making moves as well. Dogecoin up 18% on the week, ladies and gentlemen. We also have some of these other more minuscule and rare coins like Core and WIF. These coins could be dangerous. I'm not sure about Core, but WIF is definitely a meme coin, so we want to do in and out on these things, but they have seen extreme gains throughout these past couple of months, and this year on some of these meme coins. But again, yes, Doge is up 18% for the week. Congratulations, Doge holders. And again, your favorite meme coin should be taking off. You want to normally stay in the top 100 altcoins. You don't want to get too risky. The lower down you go, the more risk you have, but you could get more gains. When you're looking at coins, you want to look for coins with good fundamentals. That means they actually do something. They have some type of utility. Maybe they have a burn rate. You also want to look at the community behind it. How strong is the community? And you also want to look at tokenomics. How many coins are there? Is there a burn rate? Is there a max amount of coins? Like Bitcoin only has 21 million coins. Is there a max amount of coins that can only be existed? Is there a burn rate? That means is there coins being destroyed so it's deflationary, or less coins are in circulation and existence? You want to look at these things as fundamentals, tokenomics, to see your best altcoin picks. I will be giving you guys altcoin picks. Some of my favorites are like Solana, Cardano, Atom, Algorand, XTZ, XLMs. These are some of my favorite altcoin picks, and I will be giving you guys more as the season develops. So this is what we're looking at for cryptocurrency and the overall crypto market. Let's go into the overall stock market, show you guys what's going on there, and give you your weekly outlook and prediction for what's going on in the cryptocurrency market or the stock market. I will be tracking stocks and crypto during the live stream and the rest of this week, so you can tune in for more updates and predictions as the price action becomes available. Now let's show you guys what's going on here for SPY. We're also going to be looking at NASDAQ, giving you guys an update and prediction on what's going on here. NASDAQ currently breaking down out of a rising wedge. Same as BTC. If you kind of look at what BTC is doing, breaking down out of a rising wedge. NASDAQ breaking down out of a rising wedge as well. Multiple gap fills to the downside for NASDAQ. I do think those will correct. I think we are in a bubble. If you are new to my channel, you might not fully understand my narrative, but I think that we personally, again, you can think whatever you want. You can think it's into a bull run. That is fine. But I think we're personally in a bubble right now for what we're seeing. The fact that we're seeing a lot of the consolidation and price action in tech stocks and AI stocks, it's really the AI narrative that's driving the market up right now. And it's not an organic bull run that we have seen where it starts in the lower caps and the mid cap stocks and then starts to move up to the bigger cap blue chip stocks that we normally see. This, if it is a bull run, started how a bubble starts, in a consolidated area and then spread to other places. What I'm thinking we're seeing actually is a consolidation in the tech AI sector, and that is not good, because if that starts to pull back, you're going to see a massive pullback extremely rapidly. And that's exactly what the technicals are saying as well. You guys can see that we're massively overextended from our moving averages. If we go ahead and go to our moving averages on a weekly time frame, you can see our moving averages are way down behind us. That's on NASDAQ and on SPY. You can also see that RSIs are sitting at extremely high levels. RSI is sitting at 70 here on the weekly time frame for NASDAQ. We also have a bit of bearish divergence as RSI starting to trend down while price is trending up. Same thing for SPY. If you go ahead and look at SPY, massively diverted away from its moving averages way down here. Multiple gap fills to the downside as well. RSI sitting at 82. Ladies and gentlemen, last time we had RSI sitting this high, we had this correction here where we dumped to the downside very, very rapidly. You can also see that we are again overextended. Also, same thing with NASDAQ, except on the daily time frame here, you guys can see that we have a bearish divergence. Price continually drifting up while RSI is drifting down. Again, a divergence means that price will trend up. Okay, that's a bearish divergence. Price will trend up, but it's going to correct to the downside. And I'll explain what a divergence here as well. I'll show you guys here on Bitcoin and show you how seeing this divergence could have saved you a ton of money. If you go ahead and look at what's going on here for Bitcoin back in this previous bull run, you can see that price was continually trending up, but at one point RSI had topped out and started to trend down. Well, if you would have looked at that and seen how price was trending up while RSI was trending down, you could have actually sold, because you would have seen that bearish divergence and you knew that a correction was coming, and it's going to be a decent sized correction. As you guys can see here on Bitcoin, decent sized correction back to the downside, correcting that RSI and getting it back in place, which led to an overall complacency rally, which led to an overall massive bear market for BTC. So if history is anything to tell us on what's going on, if we can see what's going on in the charts and the charts have anything to tell us, looks like we're going to be seeing a possible correction and bear market for the stock market. So I do think we are going to be seeing that correction, but right now it does not seem like the party is just over just yet. Again, we went back to these news articles. They are absolutely pumping. There's a reason why they're pumping. They want you to be buying the bags. Normally, smart money moves the opposite of people. So basically, they're selling you their bags, okay? They're selling you their bags. That's why we have massive people taking profit, massive whales taking profit on NVIDIA. You guys can even see it in the price action. A massive whale took profit here, and I believe a whale took profit here. 100% insiders took profit here. That's news articles came out and everything. But I'm thinking right here as well, a whale maybe had took profits. Here we got a possible double top on NVIDIA. NVIDIA really has to go up because NVIDIA is one of the main stocks that's driving the market higher. So you want to see NVIDIA maintain going to the upside. We have a possible double top on NVIDIA, possible double top here on Apple as well. If we go ahead and look at Apple, you guys can see we have a double top, top one, top two. If Apple cannot get back above this 172, 173 level, you're going to see Apple come to the downside as well. And this would be absolutely devastating for the market. So I think cracks are starting to show, but the party is not over just yet. So again, I repeat, cracks are starting to show, but the party's not over just yet. That's why I'm thinking we're going to have a green week for SPY. But let me explain what type of green week. It's not going to be a massive run up like we have seen before. What I'm seeing now is SPY start to lose a lot of momentum. It's starting to fade out and kind of go flat. As you guys can see, having a hard time staying above this critical support and resistance of 523.50. 523.50 is a critical support and resistance that we need to see a move above. So that's the major level that we're going to be watching this week. You want to see a pop to the upside on that, and you want to hold it as support. We still have not yet confirmed this move as support, so therefore we could be seeing a move to the downside on SPY, and that's what I think we're going to be seeing in the beginning half of the week. There's so much indecision going on SPY right now. Look at the MACD, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. That's why it's been so hard for technical analysts to make calls, but you guys have been here with the channel. I've been making proper calls all week, and last week, even though we've had such indecision in the market, we've been following things and tracking them just right. That's why you want to press like and subscribe. This channel is an absolute gem. As you guys can see, I do think we're going to be struggling with breaking above that 523.50 level. I think that we're going to be seeing a rejection to the downside probably on Monday and Tuesday, and we're probably going to see bearishness in the beginning half of the week. We will be revisiting the clips to make sure, and we will be looking in the live stream to check out everything going on. As you guys can see, we have broken below that level and currently used it as resistance, not breaking above it. If we can do it in pre-market, that's where we could see a big move to the upside, but we really need to watch this key level. What it's showing me right now with the MACD is probably going to see rejection. You guys can see MACD curling down, red MACD here. So on the smaller time frames, it's looking bearish. It looks like we'll probably start underneath the day underneath this level, and I'll go ahead and mark out what I think we're going to see. And then we'll probably have a retest later in that day to see if we can finally break above that level. So that's what we're looking at for SPY here on Monday, and then the rest of the week. I think we're going to see a green week, but it's not going to be an extremely bullish week. If you look, the weeks have been kind of weak. I mean, you guys can see right now they're not very strong candles right now. They have been green. We called for a green week last week. We got that candle correct. They have been green, but it looks like they're fading out. Here on the weekly MACD, you can see MACD still very, very green, but it's curling to the downside, and RSI is extremely high. When the correction does come, it's going to come fast. It's going to come fast. That's why the bearish divergence is building. That's why it's slowly drifting to the upside. It's not going to be a gradual correction here on this one, guys. It's going to be a quick, sudden, fast correction, so you want to be ready for it. That's why me personally, I hold SQQQ. It also pays me dividends as well. You can be hedged against that as well. You could hold SPY long, and that will hedge you against hedge QQQ. Also pay SQQQ, that will hedge you against it. That also pays you dividends, both of them. There's different types of strategy you guys can use, but me personally, I just hold some SQQQ to hedge me against the possible correction to the downside that I do think we could see coming here on SPY. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY and the overall market. Again, they're absolutely pumping. As far as what data sets we could see for SPY coming out for three-star impact data sets for this week, we have ISM coming out, we have JOLTS coming out, ISM, and then a Fed Chair Powell speech here on Wednesday. So we'll be watching that and looking at that, and then a huge data drop, unemployment here on Friday. So we have a huge eventful week. This is going to be definitely a wild week. Get ready and make sure you tune into the live streams to get plays, technicals, news, everything you need to know as a trader and investor. We're also going to be dealing with paper trades, also small account challenges, all types of stuff on the live stream. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and check that out. And these are your data sets dropping. Again, we have a Fed Chair Powell speech on Wednesday and huge data drop on Friday, unemployment and non-farm payrolls, which we want to be aware of. Now, let's go ahead and go to the meme stocks and show you guys what's going on to the meme stocks and give you guys your weekly outlook and prediction for the meme stocks. Right now, shares available to buy for AMC, only 1,000. That could change as early as Monday. Shares available to borrow for GME, they merely have 0. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you could probably see that there. And the AMC, they have only 1,000 left for AMC. If we go ahead and look at what cost of borrow has been doing, cost of borrow slightly rising for these two stocks. We do want to see cost of borrow go up. Cost of borrow going up is an indication of price going up. You guys can see last time cost of borrow shot up for GME stock was here on 11.28. Right here is 11.28. Well, if we go ahead and go to GME stocks, price on 11.28, you guys will see that GME made a massive pop to the upside. Right here's 11.28. Right here, 11.28. You can look at the bottom of your screen and see the dates, and we've seen a massive pop to the upside. Same thing with GME, massive pop to the upside when cost of borrow moves. So we do want to see cost of borrow going up, and lo and behold, cost of borrow is going up for GME stock. So this is bullish for GME. GME did have earnings. GME was profitable. It did miss on earnings, but GME was profitable. There was no reason for GME to pull back the way that it did. If you were not here when I did report on that, they did dump over 400,000 short shares into low volume after hours movement, which caused GME to absolutely dump with it missing earnings. But the way that it missed earnings, the fact that it was profitable for the fiscal year, really shows like it was literally profitable for the year. GME made money for the entire year. This 15% drop was not natural, guys. It was not natural. I believe that GME will recover, okay? So I think GME is going to recover. I think that we're going to be moving back to the upside for GME. I think we'll be able to pull off a green week for GME. I think we're going to be moving back to the upside in my personal opinion. I think we're going to be going back to fill this gap. There's a gap here at 1371 to 1474. Again, with these stocks being manipulated the way they are, when you get pushed down, stocks are like a spring. They want to spring back to the upside. That's why this stock has these crazy runs that you can take advantage of on the short term to build a longer term position. So basically, like if you would have made a move here and bought down here, because I gave a buy signal in the Discord, also talked about it here on YouTube, but it's a 50% gain. So say you made 50% and you took that profit. You could now take that same 50% profit and roll it into a long-term position on GME stock or whatever you want it. You know what I mean? But just an example of how you can use these short-term moves to make money, 50% move, huge, and then build a long-term position and or just take profit. As you guys can see, GME getting pushed down once again. I think we could see another spring back to the upside, in my personal opinion, at least back up to this 1371, 1474 area. Once we get to $15.31, $15.52, these two gold bars that you see, we could absolutely start flying if we get above that level and use it as support. That's a major level that they've been trying to defend, as you guys can see, not letting us get above that level, knocking us back to the downside. But GME and AMC holders continue to fight. We continue to hold, and we continue to never give up. That is just one thing about the meme stocks that you have to realize. And again, you have to be able to take advantage of these short-term moves. That way you cannot constantly just watch your portfolio go down, especially if you've just been holding for quite some time, because GME has been in an overall downtrend and AMC has been in an overall downtrend. Again, you can take advantage of these short-term moves and or take advantage of other plays like BTC, SPY calls, and or other things that we look at here on the channel. But you want to be able to take advantage of these moves. That way you can build your wealth, build your portfolio, and continue to have capital to deploy when necessary, especially when you get these juicy dips on these stocks. Some people like to buy these lows, which is very, very bullish. It's something to do. Buy low so you can sell high, get your average down. Some people take advantage of those dips, and that's what they do. But you need dry powder to do that. And some way to get that is these short-term plays. So that's something to keep in mind. GME, I think we're going to be moving back to the upside, guys. Massive gap fill here. As you guys can see, if we go ahead and look at some of the technicals going on, Bollinger Bands are expanded here on the daily time frame. MACD did flip because we got that massive move to the downside. And I do want to warn you guys that I think we could see a little bit more consolidation before we move to the upside. Okay, so Monday and Tuesday, most likely we could see a little bit of consolidation before popping to the upside. We want to get back above the key level on GameStop of 1350. If we see 1350 used as support, that's going to be the trigger for that gap fill. So 1350 used as support, that's going to be the trigger for the gap fill, which could take us all the way up to 1474. Calls could be play there. You could play some $14 calls, make some profit there, or you could play shares. Again, not financial advice. These are just things that I'm looking at as a trader and investor, especially if you use that level of support and resistance as support. You will see that trigger for that gap fill pushing you up to those higher highs. So 1350, 1345 to use as support. You're going to see a move to about 1472, 1450 in my personal opinion. That's going to start filling the gap. Once the gap starts to get filled, GameStop will probably move back to that $15 level. So that 1350 could be a trigger for an even bigger move, but at minimum, probably about 1371, 1474 in my personal opinion. If we go ahead and look at what's going on with the Bollinger Bands on the smaller time frame, you can see that they are constricted. I believe that GameStop's going to try to hold $12 as support and get a recovery back to the upside. Again, this could happen on Monday or Tuesday, but we might see a little bit more consolidation in the beginning half of the week, and then later half of the week start to see that pop to the upside. Right here with this setup, though, it does look like we could see a move on Monday. We can see that MACDs on the smaller time frame are bullish. This is something that we want to make very, very aware of. And you guys can see that we do have the potentiality of a pop to the upside while the Bollinger Bands are constricted like this. So this is what I'm thinking we're going to see for GME. Basically consolidation, maybe a little bit of a retest of the lower lows before moving up. And here on Monday and Tuesday, probably going to see consolidation before trying to move back to the upside. Now, let's go ahead and move into AMC, showing you guys what's going on for AMC. AMC, same type of setup. Bollinger Bands, very, very constricted here on the smaller time frames. This is something we want to be aware of. We can see that the MACD is curling up here on the hourly time frame. On the 15-minute time frame, Bollinger Bands constricted with green MACD. On the 30-minute time frame, Bollinger Bands constricted with green MACD. I'm thinking we're going to see AMC try to make a pop to the upside here on Monday. Okay, I'm thinking we're going to try to see that pop to the upside on Monday, especially if GME starts to make that move. RSI very, very, very low. I don't think we're going to be breaking below $3.60 in my personal opinion, but we did have an 8K filing. Notice how they tried to attack both of the meme stocks at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a little bit of tinfoil hat type of conspiracy, but you have to really understand what you hold with these stocks, okay? Because of the plumbing of the stock market, because of the short sellers holding these short shares, these people have to constantly pay to keep the stock down. Now, what happens when the stock market starts to crash, liquidity starts to dry up? What normally happens in low liquidity type environments? Short squeezes. What happens when the market starts to pull back and NVIDIA and the rest of these stocks are worth less and less and less? And that are the stocks that they use for collateral for AMC short positions. They'll have to post more collateral or close the short position. Also, we're seeing news of Citigroup, and these are the people that hold AMC short positions. These are the people that are literally buying the shares. Why are they buying these shares? Because they need shares to short AMC down. That's why they constantly have shares available to borrow, because they use shares that they actually own and they post those for short collateral. As you guys can see, we did get this 8K filing around shortly after they attacked GameStop. They attacked AMC with an 8K filing. If you don't know what this is, Adam Aron had sold shares. Again, you guys already know how I feel about Adam Aron. I'm not even going to get into it. Adam Aron sold shares directly to the enemy. If you look at what this is, it's an equity distribution agreement with Citigroup, literally the people that hold the short positions. And by the way, if you look at their stock price, it's going down, and there's news in the background bubbling. I don't have any articles, but that Citigroup's in trouble, and that would be great for AMC holders. Barclays Capital Inc., Goldman Sachs, all the usual suspects. That's who's buying these shares. They want the shares because they're going to use them for short collateral. They need to have these short positions because they're getting themselves back in the hole. You need to understand what you hold if you hold AMC. I know a lot of people are just done with the play. Me personally, I'm not done with the play. I know a lot of people are frustrated. I understand. It's been a long time, but life-changing money, did anyone say life-changing money would be easy to obtain? And if it was, you wouldn't even take profit anyways. Now that you have been through this battle, I bet you're going to take profit. But a lot of people, when it ran up to $72, didn't take profit. You know why? Because it was too easy. Now that you held on for 3 years and you went through hell to get that money, I bet you're going to take profit, and I bet you're going to cherish it. Listen, things had to go this way. I know some people are just done with the play. They don't want to hear no BS. That's fine. Me, I'm still fully engaged with this thing, man. I love AMC. AMC has paid me a lot of money. GME has paid me a lot of money. I love these meme stocks, and I will continue to love these meme stocks. I'll continue to hold these meme stocks, and I'll continue to cover these meme stocks. But again, they're getting back in the same position, guys. 13.83% short interest. Short interest going right back to the upside. They're going to get right back stuck in the position. Listen, you have to know what you hold. These stocks could absolutely take off if we do see a correction in the stock market based off the plumbing and mechanics of the stock market. Again, this is not a doom and gloom channel, but what I'm seeing, guys, things are not looking good in the political atmosphere and the economic atmosphere. It looks like something big is coming. And if we do see a major correction or economic collapse, AMC and GME would absolutely take off. I know it doesn't make sense to everybody, but if you know exactly what's going on with these two plays, and if you have studied these two plays, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Again, you have to understand what you hold. It takes a lot of due diligence for these two stocks. I've done my research. I've done my due diligence, and I'm happy with what I'm holding as of today. Let's go ahead and show you guys what technicals are going on for AMC and what we could possibly see here starting on Monday and throughout the rest of the week, and then wrap up this video. I do think we will be able to get a green week for AMC. I don't think we're going to be closing lower than this. I don't think we're going to be going lower than $3.58 in my personal opinion. We could see a retest of a little bit lower lows based off what I'm seeing on the MACD. What do I mean by lower lows? It would be $3.62, maybe $3.58. It looks like what's going to happen, though, is we're probably going to get a bounce back to the upside. Believe it or not, it looks like we're probably going to get a bounce back to the upside. And by the end of the week, we'll probably be filling this gap, in my personal opinion, by the end of the week. We will see exactly what happens, but there's a gap here at $3.90 up to $4. It looks like by the end of the week, we could potentially be retesting those levels. And again, gaps get filled. There's multiple gap fills to the upside for AMC now. All of the gap fills to the downside have been filled. There are no more gap fills to the downside. We did have a $4 gap fill that we had made when we started running up to about $5 here after we bounced off that low. And this is another thing to pay attention to, guys. Every time AMC gets pushed down real low, it bounces. And we just got pushed down again. So we might see a little bit lower down to like 358, but I think we're going to get a bounce. So what I'm expecting on Monday, if we don't get back above $3.80, which is the key level you want to look for. If we don't get back above $3.80, I'm expecting to come back down to about 358 before moving back to the upside, filling that $4 gap fill. This could all happen this week. It's going to be a pretty rapid movement in my personal opinion, but overall that would give you a green week. We did get pushed out of this pennant. We had a very, very bullish pennant right here that we were tracking for the past couple of weeks. We got pushed out of it again with the 8K filing, with the manipulation. So we just have to keep in track. Again, not every time you are going to be exactly on point with technical analysis, but I am human and I do the best we can. When dealing with manipulation, we do keep it into a factor, and that way we can stay accurate with the technical analysis. But sometimes we get hit with a curveball, like a random 8K filing out of nowhere, absolutely out of nowhere, and we see a big dip to the downside. But we are here to report the news as it does come out. Guys, this is pretty much the video I have for you. If you found the video informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more updates like this. This is your weekly outlook and prediction, a little bit longer one, but filled with tons of information that you need to know as a trader and investor. I truly appreciate it if you were able to watch the end of this video, as it was a little bit longer, but again, it has so much information for stocks and crypto that if you did get to all of it, you are starting to gain your knowledge and putting in your 10,000 hours to master your craft. Again, I do go live every day, 9:15, 9:30 a.m. to about 4 p.m. So tune in then. That is Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time it is for where you guys are at, but that is Eastern Standard Time. You can correlate the times. And I appreciate you if you did watch to the end. Make sure you press like and subscribe, and go ahead and comment down below if you're having a good weekend. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, I think we're having a green week for AMC. We're going to be having a green week for GameStop and a green week for SPY. This is your weekly outlook and prediction, giving you guys the weekly outlook and prediction. As always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. Again, we cover stocks, crypto all day long here on this channel. So if you're interested in that, you want to go ahead and press subscribe. We got technical analysis, news, and we do live streams and much, much more. We also have an amazing community here as well. So if you want to be a part of that, go ahead and press subscribe and join the membership as well to help support the channel and help support the live streams. I appreciate you if you did manage to watch to the end of the video. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Hopefully you're putting in your 10,000 hours to master your craft. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money.